I'm here for a quick video. And my special guest is here with me. Can you tell me your name? Amara, that's right. Talk briefly about self-awareness as it pertains to, this quarantine that we are under, right? People are also out of jobs because of this, right? So, many people who were previously employed, working 40 plus hours are now at home with nothing to do, right? And so I've seen that, a lot of people are struggling in the sense of, they can't relax, they don't know how to be still, right? Because we were brought up, right, in a society where everything is go, gotta go. And now everything is still, right? The only thing that you are told that you can do is go to, the grocery store or whatever essential places of business that are open. So huge percentage of people not really knowing what to do with themselves because, society has trained us that in order to be something or to have worth, that we have to be busy all the time, that we have to be doing something that is leading to some type of production, right? So we weren't taught to meditate. We weren't groomed to plan, periods of quietness or calmness or stillness in our day, right? Where we are, to ourselves, right? And so many people have probably find themselves very uncomfortable in this time, not knowing what to do. Okay, so my co-host is gone. All right, so we have found a lot of people have found themselves, just turning up bottles. I totally understand, right? I have been there. Luckily for me, and I won't say use luck, but it has been a blessing to my life because I don't know what I would do either during this time. But I was blessed to have gone through a period myself where I was not working and I did not know what to do with myself. This came around the time of my pregnancy and after giving birth to my child. I tried to get back into the workforce, and for me, I was just physically drained and I was mentally drained. And so work was just really difficult, and I found that I needed rest. Oh, yes. I needed rest. And so the world is at rest right now. A lot of people are at rest right now. And rest is good. Rest allows you, the time to sit still. It gives you a fresh reset. It allows you to plan and really just get a scope of where you are in life. It allows you to check in, right? Because if you're busy and on the go like this all the time, when do you really make time to just sit still and check in with yourself, check in with your feelings, check in with your health, right? Check in with your spiritual wellness. And, all of those things we tend to neglect, but they are very crucial to our overall well-being, right? They are the makeup of, who we are and how we handle things, right? And so if you had not paid attention before, now you are able to really get a scope as to who you are, right? And at your core, right? I like to say that, because of these labels that, we put on ourselves, these titles and things, when all of that is stripped away, right? That stuff has been stripped away. Okay, and let's talk about the stripping, right? Because some of us, we're not able to get the nails, taken care of, groomed, whatever. How you do it, right? As one people, how you do it? How you doing right now, right? Some of us were not able to get, the facial care, whatever. Even though, you can do your own home remedies, how you doing, right? The hair, right? We as women, our hair is our crown. Our hair is our crown. And so, we like to dress it up in the different wigs, the weaves, or whatever. But the beauty shops are closed. How are you doing? Right? Are you happy with yourself? Are you content with yourself? Who are you at the core? When you take off the fake nails, all the glamorous makeup, because what's the point of putting, I get it, just to dress up or whatever, put some clothes on, but you ain't going out the house. So, nobody can see your parade, right? Nobody can see what you have done, So it's like, how do you really feel about yourself? Who are you, right? So, this is the power of the stripping, is being able to remove all of these things that we thought made us who we are, and yet here we are now focusing on who we really are inside. And some of us are flipping out. Some of us are, might be yanking our hair out. All of those things are normal. To go from one extreme to another extreme is tough. It's tough. And in order to find the balance between those two, it takes practice. It takes practice. So let this be the start of a new beginning, right, for you. Because that's what we're all about. And Mother Hustler is, going after our new beginnings. My clothes just finished drying, sorry. Going after our new beginning. And in order to do that, sometimes it takes, tragedy. It takes calamity. Sometimes it's death to ourselves. Sometimes it's the release, it's the letting go. That happens to reveal a blessing in disguise, right? And I am hoping, for you, through this experience, that you're able to find the blessing in disguise. I know a lot of people are, spending more time with their children. I think that's wonderful. Families are coming together, realizing that quality time is so important, right? And so, I had to sit with myself, and I didn't know what to do because, Angel was always on the go. Angel was busy, doing things, networking here, meeting this person here, doing this and doing that, to the point where I just couldn't anymore. I couldn't do anything, and even in trying to do something, I couldn't complete it. I was just drained, and in the end, I still wasn't satisfied, So I had to learn to sit with myself, and I had to learn to, peel back these titles, right? I had to peel back these labels, things, that I thought made me who I was, things that other people saw that they loved about me. I had to pull all of those things back and learn and practice sitting with myself and meditating, right? And in the process of that, I dealt with a lot of, roots within myself that ultimately shaped me into who I was. And a lot of it was fallacy. And a lot of times I find myself, and I think it's very crucial to start your day off with meditation, and And in your meditation, it's so important to ask to be guided into all truth. That is something that I say all the time in my prayers, and sometimes even when I start my day. Just guide me into all truth, right? Because we can be misled. Can we just pause right there? Can we pause? We can be misled into depths of, darkness and things that have no end and things that ultimately lead us nowhere and can possibly lead us to our own demise and our destruction. Can we stop right there and pause? Okay? And so when you ask to be guided into truth, you are asking for the light, right? The light of God to shine into those places in your heart, in your soul, deep within your soul, where so much has remained uncovered and unhidden. And so when light comes in to penetrate those places, darkness can no longer remain, because what was once hidden is now uncovered. And after these things are uncovered, now you are left to face them head on, to deal with them, right? And so this process of dealing with these things is actually your process of healing, right? It leads you to healing. It leads you to healing. And healing can be lots of things. Depending upon, where you have come from, your past, and the things that you have gone through and overcome in your journey, healing sometimes can be hard. It's like taking a risk, not really knowing what will be on the other side of it. Although you're bound to meet a more stronger, powerful version of yourself, but yet and still, healing is risky. It's challenging. It has its ups and its downs, and a lot of times things happens in layers, depending upon your response, depending upon what you're willing to see at first, depending upon what you're willing to answer to and what you're not willing to answer to at the time. So, this is where the layers come in. But all of this is at your rate. All of this is at, your pace and what you're wanting to do and see revealed in your life. Begin to share some tips on how to get through this quarantine and being able to sit with yourself so that you're able to unravel, right, those things that, maybe you find out that aren't really important after all, right? This is something like quite magical, magnificent, okay? In the sense that something so ugly and so negative has been able, and if you choose to allow it, something that can draw something so miraculous into your life. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, visit our website, www.motherhustler.com, and you can find yourself this lovely crop top tee, okay? Because while you're in the house, you can still look cute. You can still be, fashionable and comfortable. That is all. Now get back to the hustle.